I'm Joe.
And I'm Chloe.
Welcome back to MittenMarijuana.
Whoop whoop.
Today it's a non-review week. We have a few things to talk about. I have things that I brought to tell you about, I guess, is really what this is.
Yep, because I haven't really thought of anything. I've just looked at a lot of memes.
Mm-hmm. Which was something. If you have any good weed memes, to put them, send them to us on Facebook. Tag us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah, send it to our Twitters.
Mm-hmm.
I repost this shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have our official Twitter. Just tag us, and we'll see it. Speaking of Twitter, today I was on there.
Mm-hmm.
I found this thread about weed etiquette.
Oh, I saw that, but I never clicked through it. Yeah, read it to me.
All right, good. So she starts off. It's an informative thread about how to be a stoner that cares. By at Mama Z, the guru. Is Mama Z. Mama Z, the guru. And she says she thinks she's qualified enough to talk about it. So I'll tell you her qualifications. She's smoked since 2015.
Mm-hmm.
She's grown it, sold it, and done it all. So
Okay, so
if that's
she's
enough for
well-versed.
you to think she's qualified, then she's qualified.
Yeah, she's not a noob into it.
No.
You know, she's well-seasoned.
Yeah. And I liked a lot of the things she said.
Okay.
I don't think I disagree with anything.
Ooh, I'm excited to hear.
Number one, is pre-game your weed. Don't bring it to the function unless it's a smokers event or an intimate kickback with other smokers. Makes sense. If you're not going to a party where people are smoking weed, don't be the one person smoking weed. Get high, go.
Mm-hmm.
She goes on to say, in fact, when going to concerts or whatever the case, I roll a tiny joint, like 3 to 4 hits worth, with a filter and smoke it outside the venue before disposing of the filter completely.
Yeah. I like that. I like that idea of that kind of pregame of, because I don't know when it's appropriate to do that kind of thing. That's smart to do little 3-4 hitters.
Yeah, just have a quick hit before you go in.
Just enough to get the buzz, but not be out of your mind. But then also you're not driving.
Yeah. So wait till you get there, do it quick, and then move on.
Yep.
Number 2, edibles exist.
Yeah, true.
Learn your body's reaction to eddies and take them at a proper time.
Yeah.
I mean, this should be common sense, but I know it's not. Kind of the most fun part is finding your tolerance.
Yeah, but that's also something that you do not when you have stuff to do.
Yeah,
I have so many customers come in
nothing going on,
zooted to the point where they can't tell me any information that I need from them. And I'm like, bro, go home, crack some pepper in your mouth, and take a nap, please, and come back later because this is painful for me and I don't have the mental capacity to deal with it.
What do you mean, crack pepper in your mouth?
It's chewing on peppercorn can sober you up.
I didn't know that. I don't think there's any actual way to sober up. I think they're all just wives' tales or
I don't know. I've never tried it, but it's when you're greening out, that's what people say to do is that's the most readily available thing.
If you have any ways that you sober up, let us know in the comments.
I bet that's probably going to be one of them.
Yeah,
chewing on peppercorns.
I hope there's some different things in there. I'd love to see a bunch of.
That's just the number one because everyone's got peppercorn at home.
What your little thing is? No, not everyone.
True. Your mom.
Yeah.
Your mom has pre-crushed pepper
Yeah.
from the dollar store from probably like 5 years ago.
No, they go through it quite a bit. And then later on, like in the same thing, says, for instance, if an eddy takes an hour and a half to hit, take them before you stand in line for an event, so it hits when you enter the venue. So don't wait till you're about to
At the
walk
venue.
in. Take it before, and
Yeah.
then during the time you're waiting, it'll hit as you go in.
Mhm.
You know, you can line it up better. Number 3, this was a big one that I agree with a lot. You don't need to be high during every event.
Yep.
She goes on to say, as someone who smokes because it's fun, I had to teach myself to have fun sober and use weed as an additional option.
Mhm.
Yeah. Don't smoke all the time. But you can smoke.
Yeah, for me, I
You just have
like
to
almost
have fun
feel
sober.
like to me it's weird. I always kind of gauge it of how much do I truly want to remember of this? Cuz if it's like fun but I don't really care, then I'll smoke. But like going to see a live performance of something, I don't want to smoke for that because I know once I go to bed, a lot of that memory is going to go away.
Yeah.
Or it's going to become distorted because I was high. So I'm like, I don't want that. I want the authentic
Right. You want to remember it.
experience.
Yeah. But
Exactly as it was, not as how my stoner brain perceived it.
yeah. But there's still a lot of fun stuff to do high.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like watching your ice maker make ice.
Yeah.
Number 4, don't blow smoke in people's face.
I try so hard not to. But sometimes
Similar
I
to
fuck up.
cigs, I have a lot of non-smoking friends who hang with me while I smoke. This is her saying this. I'm reading this. I'm not saying these things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that I find exhaling smoke through the nose works wonders because smoke goes down, not up and out into the air and people's faces. It's okay to maintain a little distance from non-smokers until you finish, but you shouldn't be like taking your time.
Yeah.
You don't want to make them feel like you're avoiding them by smoking.
Right. I feel like through the nose also, I feel like is almost height dependent. Cause like if it was you, me, and like a
Yeah, but you
couple of
still
other
would
of our
have to be sitting.
friends,
You'd be staying directly below me. If I give a sharp exhale through my nostrils, it's not gonna trickle down.
I know, but you're so much taller that it wouldn't really
It would go
matter.
straight down. It goes straight down my
Right,
face
into
and my
my
body.
face.
No, don't be standing underneath of me looking up at me, and it won't go into your face. Number 5, she said, Jesus. She says, love the hot box. Me too. Remove your children's items and car seat. Put them in the trunk or something. Same with other important stuff you keep in your car. Keep a
Mm-hmm.
fabric odorizer like Febreze on deck to keep your car's upholstery fresh. Change your vent filter, like your cabin filter, often. Give you and your car time to air out before you leave the vehicle. And crack all 4 windows when you leave to keep the air flowing.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of common sense stuff.
Please, I would rather,
nice
as someone who works in customer service and deals with people smelling like weed so violently all of the time, I would rather smell Axe body spray than your ditch weed. Like,
well, that's one of the next things. Smoking while you're outside having smoking while you're outside having a time. I don't know what that means. That's what it says. Are you smoking? Cool. Uh, try to be in a ventilated area so it doesn't cling to your clothes and skin. Perfume is cool, but it mixes with the weed and can sometimes ruin or alter the fragrance. Her personal hack is to use non-scented fabric odorizer on her outfit and air out really well and then use perfume.
There you go. Perfect.
So that's how you do it. Ryan has a spray that is
like a sanitizer.
It's one shot, completely gone.
Wow.
It's a miracle piece. Number 7, hygiene. Wash your hands thoroughly afterward, especially if you're a designated roller, which I am and I do. Gum or mouthwash. Keep some in your car. Put your hair in a scarf, low ponytail, or bonnet to help avoid smoke-smelling hair.
Yeah.
Yes, your clothes smell like smoke. Wash them with strong detergents to avoid the lingering smell. And eye drops are good for the red eye. She said, low lids gang. I'm definitely a part of the low lids gang, but my eyes aren't red. My eyes don't get bloodshot.
Except when you're not high.
Yeah, so when I'm not high, then they will be bloodshot.
Yeah. Ass backwards, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's weird. I think I just get dry eyes, but the weed like makes my eyes salivate.
Salivate.
So,
wet.
Yeah, so they can't get dry. I think that's what's
I could say another word that a lot of people hate, but
moist.
Moist.
Yeah, so eye drops.
Yeah.
I mean,
a lot of these things are also kind of like stereotypically stoner stuff.
Yeah. I mean, those are stereotypes for a reason.
Yeah.
It's very accurate.
So that's where it feels like I understand where it's common sense, but so many people lack it. It's like the stereotypes aren't bad. At least in instances like this, where it's like
these really aren't stereotypes. These are just truths about people who smoke weed. You're gonna smell like weed, but you can do things to mitigate that, so you can come off as more professional, and people will probably not talk behind your back about you. Shut the fuck up. Number 8. This is kind of a cool one. She has a designated safe spot for her weed. Like, we've got one. We got the little box. Now we got 2 little boxes. But she has a weed briefcase that she calls the reef case.
I love that.
So it has a lock. It has little jars of weed. It has her ashtray, grinder, lighters. Of course, this probably, I think she must live in like California because it's jars of weed, not bags of weed.
She could also just re-jar them. She could have her own.
No.
She could have these.
That's not it.
No? Oh, no. Yeah.
They're all branded.
Okay, because I was going to say you can get jars and just relabel stuff.
Of course. She also has a small car version. It's just a little tin with joints in it.
I love that.
It looks like some shrooms too. Careful doing them caps. Yeah. I like it. That's not everything.
Yeah.
I actually swiped out of it all the way.
Wow, right.
It's pretty cool. Pretty smart.
Yep.
I like the reef case. Maybe that's what I put in my briefcase. I've been trying to think of the funniest thing to put in a briefcase.
And that might be loose M&Ms.
Yeah, I was thinking a kitten. Just have a kitten in there. So wherever you go, you stop, put down your briefcase, open up, pull out a kitten. Like a little yellow cat. I thought it was funny. Number 9, put down the blunt. You should be able to reach your comfortable high and put out your blunt or joint, bowl, or bong. No one's forcing you to finish it. I agree. This part,
I struggle if it's like a couple of hits left. Like if it's a quarter or less, that's where I'm like, oh God, I really should just finish this. I'm not gonna smoke the rest of it.
Yeah, that's why I finished mine today. I'm like, I'm not gonna. But she goes on to say, no one likes a stoner who got too high and is stuck, unable to function fully. It sucks to be around these types. Respect your friends and family's time by being coherent and lively, even if you're high. Like, I agree with that, but I really like getting too fucking high. as long as I don't have anything going on and no one's expecting me, I would love to just be too fucking high and be a
Violent.
total vegetable watching movies.
Mm.
Like, that's
But not
awesome
while
to me.
you're
Yeah,
walking around.
right. If not when I'm trying to hang out with people. But that means if you call me while I'm that fucking high, we're not doing anything. Unless you plan to also get that high and watch movies with me.
Yeah.
Or sit in a Discord call and listen to me breathe heavy while I watch movies. Like, that's all we're gonna do. So yeah. You should be able to put out your joints and blunts and shit. Don't. If you don't have to get too high
Don't.
and you got stuff going on, don't get too high.
If you're
Don't be a
entertaining
fucking
people,
moron.
if other people are involved in any capacity,
Yeah.
don't get too high.
Don't waste people's time. Number 10, the final thing on the list. Avoid being a can I smoke before we go kind of person. If you know you're gonna want to smoke first, carve out enough time while getting ready to do so. Holding up plans so you can smoke is inconsiderate. No bueno.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. She said she ended it there. I don't know if she's gonna do more. She did add a few things. Here are more ways I made my relationship with weed healthier. No early morning smoking. Only after I handle my morning business and get a break. Eat beforehand so the munchies don't ruin my life. Using weed as a reward after a long day of girl bossing. Befriending more non-smokers. Oh, yeah. I mean, we don't smoke early in the morning until after we do morning duties. Let the kids out.
Yep, pretty much.
Eat.
Let the
And by
dogs
eat, I
out,
mean
get our
make
coffee
our
made.
coffee. That's really all our morning responsibilities are on the weekends.
Yeah. And then I basically just mosey about and tidy the house.
Yeah.
And you play video games.
I try and focus on not being how I'm not like outside working. Try and focus on the mental state of not being physically moving and active. Yeah. And we don't have a lot of smoking friends, so we don't have to really befriend more smokers, more non-smokers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I wanted to share it. So I had that to share, and then also the Michigan pot market surpassed California in sales volume.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so we are the largest cannabis market in the U.S. in terms of volume, sales volume.
That's awesome.
Sales volume is the total number of units sold by a business over a specific period of time, such as units sold in a month, or a year, etc. A unit can mean several different things, but in this case it refers to a single or multi-pack cannabis item that is purchased, big or small. So, we smoke more than California. And they're a significantly bigger state. Look at us go. California sold 5 billion in adult use cannabis products in 2023, and we sold 3 billion.
Damn.
So they're still making 2 extra billion a year, but we're selling more shit. We're moving more weed.
Yeah. We have better prices.
Yeah, we have better prices. They does say that prices for cannabis products are much cheaper in Michigan compared to California.
And Illinois.
Due to recent oversupply issues in the Great Lakes state. That means that even if consumers buy more products in Michigan, the total amount they spend is less than what they're paying in California. There you go. There's another claim for Michigan weed being better weed. It's better priced weed.
More accessible.
Our sales are on a climb. All this was I'm getting all this information out of High Times magazine, but I've seen it on a bunch of other news sites as well, like the Detroit Free Press. But I figured this would be a more unbiased for pro Michigan. So I wanted a more unbiased source.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. There we go. Michigan better.
Hell
Michigan
yeah.
#1. I think in 2 weeks, the next non-review week, maybe we'll review your memes.
Hopefully.
Or any meme, I guess, that we find that's weed-centered. If it's good, send it.
Oh, did you see that video I sent you of that, like, electric mini bong?
Yeah.
What was
neat.
it called? I'm pulling up the video. Cloud V Globe. I saw that and I was like, little battery powered bong? Hell yeah. I don't know why no one, at least not that I've seen, has thought of that before.
I've seen a
Like
few things like it. It kind
Have
of
you?
reminds me of the old vaporizers.
Oh.
Yeah, it's neat. But I mean, if you're gonna go through that much, you might as well just take a pen.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But they don't have a vape of dips. That one you could bring dips.
Maybe they do. We just haven't found it yet.
I have no idea.
Well, thanks for listening to this episode of the podcast. Check out all of our links in the description below using our Linktree link. Linktr.ee /MittenMarijuana.
Send us your memes.
Send us your memes.
I want to see them. I want to repost them.
Next Wednesday. The same pot time, same pot channel. Good night, everyone.
Night.